who killed our boy Bonnie? See, there are culprits going around. For me personally, freak Monty and everything he stands for. I don't like him, I don't care for him, alright? I hate him with passion. A little less than that freaking pig from Dark Deception, but that's besides the point. However, even I have to say that there is not overwhelming evidence that Monty killed GLAMROCK Bonnie. I can't believe I'm even saying this. So there are 3 theories going around at the moment in the community of Five Nights at Freddy's. 3 theories related to what actually happened to GLAMROCK Bonnie. See, in the Ruined DLC, which gave us a ton of lore, behind the Bonnie ball, we find GLAMROCK Bonnie destroyed, brutally destroyed, battered. A literal ball smashed into his head, broken skull, and the biggest piece that everybody's bringing is the claw in his chest, right? The green color that is like the nail in the coffin. Ever since the security breach, ever since Monty's involvement in the game, everybody's asking, is this the replacement of Bonnie? What happened to Bonnie? Ever since the release of Security Breach, fans were on the case. They were like, hey, yo, this sucker killed Bonnie. He tried to take Bonnie's place, and he's out here. So, whatever the case, whatever the canon explanation is, I will always stay on the hill that Monty killed Bonnie, and then the company, they did a cover-up with the Monty ride of putting GLAMROCK Bonnie cut out there, and just freaking GLAMROCK Bonnie literally handing his guitar to freaking Monty. Like, Bonnie has always been the team player. He would never leave Freddy's side ever since Five Nights at Freddy's 1. We've seen that, so there's no argument for me personally, but in all seriousness, there are other culprits out there, and the evidence is suggesting that there are 2 more players who are at play. Number 1 is the Mimic. Now again, these are community's theories. Ruin just literally said that everything you saw in Security Breach in terms of who was controlling Vanny, Burn Trap, Glitch Trap from Help Wanted 1, all of it comes into question because of Mimic. Mimic's involvement changes a lot. So, one of the biggest reasons that Monty not killing Bonnie is the claw. But Monty doesn't get those claw upgrade until after. Now again, it is possible that he might have had access to them, but you can also look at Monty's admiration for Bonnie, but then again that could again be the cover from the company. So there are a lot of theories supporting Monty killing Bonnie, but there's also a lot of theories that goes against them. But let's get back to a freaking Mimic. Well, number 1, you would want to escape luring Bonnie down there. Number 3, in the books, the Mimic specifically observes, and the way he learned the aggression is by observing the staff and how they would disassemble or assemble and other stuff, the robots and animatronics, and then he would go on to do that same thing with humans. Literally ripping their limbs off, legs, hands, arms. So another theory that supports Mimic is that Bonnie has been ripped off from the leg side, a little bit from the other side and whatnot. Just like Gregory said that thing have been down here for a very long time. He got those claws, man. He got those claws. Remember, Bonnie was not there. This incident happened to Bonnie even before Gregory got stuck into even before the main events of the security breach. So it is very possible that Mimic might have lured GLAMROCK Bonnie, but one would wonder, why would he do that? Here comes my 3rd point. Vanny. See, that the only vent connecting that crime scene is accessible using Vanny's mask. Like, think about it. If it is only accessible using Vanny's masks, it is 100% possible that if we are going to throw blames around, Vanny is another culprit who might have had some involvement, if not all, in killing GLAMROCK Bonnie. Now, it is unlikely, but if you wanted to establish Vanny as the next villain, having the story that she took out one of the main stars, GLAMROCK Bonnie, would show how smart she is, how aggressive she is. Literally, you could play into the dual personality, like as Vanessa as the security, she's this charming, caring, concerned security guard. She cares for these kids, but as Vanny, there is no telling how far she would go in her ruthlessness, in her aggression, taking out Bonnie using a literal ball to smash his head, and then framing Monty because he knows ins and outs. It is easy to frame Monty. I can't even believe I'm saying this, man, but Monty did not do it. God dang it! So now we got 3 culprits. Number 1, Monty. There's a very strong arguments in that side, but then there are others that go opposite. Mimic and Vanny being the 2. Vanny could do this on her own, but there also Mimic doing it through Vanny. That is another case, right? How would we know that the voices that Vanny hears in her head, which we all assume to be glitch trap, William Afton, whatever, is there any guarantee that that is not mimicking William Afton to take out these animatronics, to take out the good ones, to escape and set himself free? There is no guarantee. So all this makes it very interesting. This case, GLAMROCK Bonnie specifically, like I said in the beginning, I would stick to that hill of Monty killing Bonnie, but unfortunately the evidence against it stacks up. Mimic is also in that list. Vanny is also in the list. Both working together unintentionally, like Mimic lowering Vanny, or Vanny working on her own. All the possibilities are open. I didn't even talk about the logs. I didn't even talk about the staff bots, wet floor sign, cautious bots, and how Bonnie was still alive, which suggests that he might have saw something. He might have gotten a glimpse of something that he shouldn't have, either done by Mimic, lowering, disguising himself, mimicking as someone else, doing some horrendous crime, or Vanny doing something like that, and to cover herself up, she would take out GLAMROCK Bonnie and then put it on Monty. So, without enough evidence, Fazbear Entertainment wouldn't be able to do anything against Monty. She would know that whoever looks further into this case would know that it is Monty, and then he would be out of commission. They would have to tinker with his programming and code. You would get even aggressive Monty, and then that would stack up against Monty even further to the point that he would get decommissioned. The ruin changed everything, ladies and gentlemen.